So this is going to have to be fairly invested, fairly stacked up. Meddo's actually got a contact cam here. We'll catch it here. We'll pull cNed back at you with a trap wire as well, but it's a 1-for-1 trade.
And you'll take that every day of the week. Now, luckily for them, they do have Nukkye nearby, so he's not going to be able to do too much. I'm always a little hesitant to be so assured in saying that about Nukkye, but already the spike is going to be down. So, by all accounts, Acend have done the hard work here, getting to the site, getting the spike planted. But now you can see they're having to fight for that territory, taking it back towards CT, pushing to try and take some sort of map control because they lost it elsewhere. And already G2 identify that, spotting the cross and trying to get themselves to site. And actually, this looks like a role reversal here. Vakk tries to get around, but no one's going to stop the defuse. Hoody can just sit this all day long, and there's nothing to deny it. And first on the board for G2.
As I say that, the bonus round, they are going to go exploring into mid.
Love that. Love.
See, actually, Zeek exploring his way into ropes here, and Acend actually kind of take two different contacts across the map here. We'll find an opener towards B. Still got Meddo to deal with, and Nukkye a little further behind it.
Yeah, Meddo's position yet to be revealed does finally show his hand, but look at the damage as well. This is madness from G2. Those Spectres are looking like rifles. This is fabulous work. And Zeek, the undesirable scenario of trying to do anything, is very popular. So starxo going to catch the freeze first kill of his life, but a quick trade out for Hoody. You got to look towards Mixwell again. Dips out of there, at least going to deny MONSTEERR a trade of any sort. And G2 keeping, I guess, Acend somewhat caged, but cNed doesn't like that. Breaks the bars, finds Meddo, and gets a little bit of room to work with. Rez coming back in. And for now, Heaven's okay. It's somewhat safe, but the timing on this from AvovA isolates two trying to push towards Pillar. The swing's good, but the outplay from vakk is fine, as now G2 just down with two.
Hoody coming back through here, found by Zeek. It leaves Mixwell standing in a 1v4. Saw the force popped, but 72 HP and expecting the swing to come through. That's Zeek. I think it was accidental step there, but gives away a little bit of information. Acend on the back of that do have to deal with the wall. cNed actually swings through. That's going to trigger the showstopper. Does he manage to get away from this though? He sends it a little bit more damage, but somehow cNed still standing.
And Mixwell delivering. That's perfect. Finding Zeek gives away a little bit of the idea as to what's going on.
Zeek still catch the headshot there. Mixwell's down to 10 HP.
Jeez, I guess so, but that's all he needs. The law still holds, and Mixwell is holding the site by himself. AvovA was sitting deeper on the site, waiting for the cross, played in quite nicely, and now starxo, the undesirable, here left all on his lonesome.
30 seconds left.
Hoody already going to recover that operator. That tuck towards CT, no problems for G2.
The table here, seen them do exactly the same thing. Once again, Mixwell still finds the pick.
That's the man you want to see. The safe pair of hands, but that flare is unmistakable at times, and AvovA still just keeping control, popping up the smokes, allowing just this field to be created for them to try and play under. And the gap can't get closed. Those Spectres can't come into any sort of range.
But it's only really two.
Yeah, but they're trying to get this burst towards Heaven, but it's going to be AvovA who's going to at least take that swing, a spray, but it wasn't as clean as they'd like. Only going to punish Zeek on this, but Mixwell's still fine. May have been noted earlier, but this man is hitting and he ain't missing. Now MONSTEERR has to do something, do some damage. We know that G2 can do this. It's something that, as at the desk, even highlighted.
Well, there's a way to triple your kills.
That's what you needed.
Try and sat to the side.
Oh, it's a rough day in the office. And Mixwell's going to only find one. Catches Zeek, but it's traded out. But Meddo still stands. 33 HP is all he's got left. But you're right. Damage did come through, but it wasn't enough. AvovA. Look, this guy can clutch. Now, I don't know if he's going to get given revenge, but at 8-1, why not give it a go? You got money for days. First protocol, close boxes. Can he clear it? Nothing seen so far. We know where these players reside. He's having to clear it step by step side of things, but it does look as though the pinch is coming through towards Heaven. And Hoody, it's still good for two. Still good for two on this, and Mixwell is there in the blink of an eye, takes two more with him, and leaves only two standing for Acend. And they already know where MONSTEERR is. Maybe not to the exact pixel, but they're found in the end, and Mixwell outdoes cNed in that regard. Oh, it's so good! No. It's so good! This is ridiculous! AvovA denies the vision. Mixwell plucks him from the air, and Mixwell is feeling this game. He finally falls to MONSTEERR, but the damage has been done. This puts it down to cNed, starxo, and MONSTEERR to make something happen out of what feels like nothing. AvovA's still on the site, identifies that starxo could be on its own, swings back for it, can't get it, and Acend hitting the shots. They're winning those fights finally, as Nukkye and Meddo, the last two alive.
Showstopper available for Nukkye, though. starxo dealt with immediately, and then Meddo finds the drive-by on the second.
Get out of it. Now you need some of that cNed magic. You know he's in danger. Nukkye can just clear this if he wants to. Doesn't need it.
Coming through here, actually. You're going to find safe passage already.
Like a pill.
What?
Get out of it. Get the hell out of here. Mixwell is he's just beaming him down. You can't miss. He actually cannot miss.
I mean, you said it right. Godwell. It's Godwell today.
We've had Misswell. We've had Mixwell, the in-between, but this is straight up Godwell. This is the three shades of this man. It's unreal. Now, you know what, Monster? Good luck, mate. 1v4. Not heard this one before, Mike. Not been a story I've heard of, and Mixwell's just on it. Now, at 11-2, though, I think you're right. Everything they seem to touch turns to gold. And cNed not having the best of days. Monster's still alive, though. Gonna buy time and cause some pain on this cross. They actually might be starting to become a little bit impossible. Mixwell only good for one this time. Can't trade effectively, and hey, converting a bonus, or, well, a force at this point, would be a necessity for Acend, and they actually manage it. Zeek with the stinger. So one tucked towards the back of sight, one by pillar, one by B main. How do they try and isolate? Well, that's a good chunk of damage. That could be the go signal at least, but instantly hoodie swings. Now, Monster, how are you meant to get past this? You can't. It's simple as that. G2, it's still not pretty. It's not much to be working with. So Mixwell and the boys start taking towards the site. Monster going to get the first contact, but look how many players there are. And he actually isolates hoodie. That's quite impressive to still even get one. And vakk trying to do whatever he can. 14 seconds. Can he deny the plant at the very least?
Meddo actually comes off it. That's actually crazy. The neural theft goes through. It's going to reveal everybody else from Acend. Mixwell posted up deep with the tour de force. I mean, yeah, put a bow on it. That should be game here. Acend have everything to do here in the retake. It's a 3v4, Lauren.
All right, do or die time for Acend. Map 1 on the line, and already just spam comes out from Nukkye. You said you were at a bow. Nukkye's placed it. As starxo left towards heaven. And just given no options. No one's playing into this. His first fight will happen towards Ram, but by now the time is rotting away from him. And once again, another challenge going forward. There's already cNed going to start exploring towards middle. And gets first contact and gets beheaded. That's unbelievable. Well, there's a fight on the other side of the map here as well. This is just a straight up deathmatch. What's going on?
Acend actually find the second here as well. Vakk gonna come through, finds Nukkye. AvovA quick for the trade here, but Monster on the backstab to Meddo. Actually, it's a 1v3 now for AvovA. Zeek comes through, sweeps the last kill. cNed still eager to find a kill before committing to the TP out. The flash is perfect, gonna put him in a position to find a kill onto AvovA.
Yeah, it felt like it was on a nice edge, but cNed does deliver on towards that. You can see the spam coming through, and it puts him down to 40 and actually costs him his life. Hoodie with a quick trade out brings it back to this 4v4. Now, keep in mind, there are Spectres. cNed was the one with the rifle, as was, I think, vakk still got his, but the rest only have Spectres to hand, so they needed more. vakk does double down, finding Mixwell, but you can see the cleanup crew. But this could be the chance for Monster. It looks like a dry hit coming out from G2, trying to maybe wait a little bit more, just burst towards the side, but it's not worked well this time. They're going to lose that first player forward, and now finally an advantage for G2, excuse me, for Acend, even if it's for just a moment.
It's key though, this hoodie to fall first as well. Nukkye with this lurking mid going to find an opener here. Monster still isolated on site, but he does deal with Mixwell.
And vakk finds his own value as well, playing from that top side of sight. Meddo quickly trades it out, but it is a player advantage. And cNed swings, and cNed falls 2v2 now. Bear in mind, it's a Spectre with Zeek. It's not ideal. The spam is good. Monster single-handedly trying to win this round. Dips away to safety for a second. Tames Meddo. You can see that slow creep on the back lines. That's coming out from Zeek. And there is the delivery in the end. Adjustment tries to spam through, and you can see that they're trying to actually deeper wall this time.
It's the DRX adjustment. They're going for a very, very deep plant towards Snowman here. Hunter's Fury invested off default. Again, this plant unable to find it, but Acend actually find 2 kills in the mix.
Now this is... Oh, the timing of AvovA! Looked that way for a moment's time, but Zeek gets the punish, and just it's all down to Mixwell. A 1v4. This is looking good for Acend. They have the numbers, they have the bodies on the site, and he just simply doesn't have the vision towards it right now. Has to get a punish, and he can't do it. starxo's there, and Acend stabilize will be the virtue, won't it? starxo on the other side, trying to find the timing. Doesn't need it. It's cNed to find AvovA. starxo, though, looking back towards the site, it's a little rusty on moments, but it should be enough to get him across the finish line here with 13 seconds left. If you're just looking to do damage, Mixwell not really afforded many opportunities as Nukkye is doing some damage. Now, he's actually got the spike to hand, and I don't know if he can actually get a pawn out of this. He's tried it. He gave it a damn good go, but vakk puts his life on the line. Now the rotations have been good coming in. It looks like the KJ ult's going to come through, so maybe this is the difference they were looking for, just that capability to clear sight.
And still have space to play towards Snowman, but let's see. We'll find the plant. Got the setup here. Viper's Pit rings through
Bloody
as well.
hell.
Everything thrown into this round from G2. Desperate to get a third on the board. Let's see what Acend can do here. A full 5v5 in the post plant. cNed going to open things up first, though.
Yeah, nasty shot towards Mixwell. Hoody going to pick up the mantle. Doesn't even see him. Does not even see him. No shot. This monster wants to try and close in. Slow down.
Another
Hoody,
blind kill.
he's just not seeing targets. He's gone for a cheeky res. And vakk threads the needle, gets two, but it's the last three. How are you going to clear them? You even got that kind of reposition deeper in middle coming out as well from Nukkye. It just ain't happening. I mean, look. Mixwell couldn't miss before. That time, finally hits. Now he can see a player. It goes wrong.
Yeah.
All right?
That was a
That's how it works.
disadvantage.
There it is. You got to just completely put utility in the way, and he'll absolutely thrive. Now, life plant denied for this moment. Actually, hoody punished so much trying to peel away from that just for a second of safety. But can they clear the site? No. vakk still finds Nukkye. The trade's there for hoody, but again, look at hoodie's HP. He can't really back out of this. Zeek with the punish, but the trade comes out. Huge trade. Puts it into a 1v2 now. cNed slowly creeping towards the site. 15 seconds to try and keep this in control. Spike finally back in hand. He has to try and contest this. If it gets into the post plant, surely he's cooked. And he tries, but he fails. It's Meddo waiting and watching. And the gap on that scoreline is closing in. The timing on this, the fight, the brawl, and it's cNed to double down, but it's all traded out. So effectively, we're still in this 3v3. The ult's coming through, though. The investment off the back. I don't think it's found what they wanted, but starxo has. Punishes Mixwell on the push-up, but Meddo with the trade. He couldn't make more of it, but that's still essential. A quick trade out to bring it back to this 2v2. The Bulldog, it ain't great, but it does enough. Again, back and forth. Meddo against MONSTEERR. The spike to hand in 40 seconds, Mike. That is a great deal of time to get into someone's head.
There's so many angles to cover here. Contact going to be taken from the turret. Nano swarm to burn up, and a little bit more time as well. This is almost,
Oh, there it is.
almost lost it. And actually, Meddo does swing ahead of it.
But again, AvovA's in spawn.
starxo swinging this. Oh, he actually wants to try and find the kill. He's going to find it.
It's worked. Okay, there's the trade. Thank you, Mixwell, for keeping everything in the realm of reality. But look at the other side of things. Acend are just getting a little fruity with things. They're just trying stuff out because they kind of need to. And the lockdown. Oh, hoody! You have no right for that. And hoody being punished. I don't know what I've just seen, Mike.
I don't want to see it again. That's for sure. Actually, complete a recon bolt going to tag Meddo ahead of this, but this late mid lurk. cNed completely unaware of the second angle presented itself. vakk now with a judge in hand, still finds one. Meddo good for the trade, but damn, Acend nearly made that work.
Thread through in that prior round with absolutely no contact, and it's a wrap, but they break the wall. So this is a dangerous fight. That's two players towards CT. starxo's there. They're fine, and they're trying to pinch towards this A site. And I like the theory, but the execution looking a little flawed until then. Finally punish hoody. The spike gets lost. He can't make it work anymore as Mixwell now left in a 1v3. 15 seconds, no spike to hand, and no pick to be had. Oh, it's beautiful on a pistol round as well. Really costing them so much time to play it back in and so much more to clear. Look how unfavorable these angles are on the way through, forcing G2 to invest. Wall goes up and they get an isolated 1v1. No trade comes off the back of that either. This could be different. This could maybe change things. cNed forced to sit back a little, just being rotted. He's down to nothing. Look at the state of the HP. cNed 1, starxo 1, just being melted away, and AvovA oversteps it. But Nukkye is there, but timing. He should.
I think he's just got it. Just got it, right?
Check on this. That's what I want to see. How much diligence is given to this. Another pixel noted, and cNed quick enough to handle it. And cNed actually finds hoody in that. Huh?
Somehow. I mean, Nukkye unnoted on yellow just now. Zeek a little bit ahead of the curve here. No way he gets the second.
Run and gun. Run and gun. Absolutely
precise.
Vile.
Precise.
Just precise gunplay.
Planted.
It's all right. Other games have had Tech 9s.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely. It's just, you know, look, don't look too closely and it looks fine. Just put a bit of Vaseline over the lens and it'll look real pretty. Meddo and AvovA not really fancying their odds in this unless they can somehow close the gap, and well, I think that's already been pretty much burnt up. AvovA in absolutely no man's land, and Acend make it through there. What can G2 do? What do they have left? And speaking of ults, Zeek invests here, so already going to facilitate the cross towards site. And very little to deny yet. Wants to get that plan, and Cousin doesn't quite get where he wanted to be going on this. Actually, AvovA's going to find cNed, so it's not with a little bit of a fight back. Now, I want to see what the post plan looks like for Acend, and it looks proactive. Deeper swing to try and fight towards that peek through from CT. And Acend aren't really backing away from this either.
And Mixwell able to get past this wall just yet. The swing does come from MONSTEERR, and actually not punished for it just yet. Another 1-for-1 goes through. But AvovA's going to find his third here. It's still doable for G2.
I just want to see Mixwell. It's done. In my mind, that was that clock. Nukkye having to fall away from this. Okay, you can see the intention behind this set piece coming out and take the first steps of this, and you're going to see that G2 have to sit a little bit deeper on the site here. They have to respect this utility.
They do. We'll force out the adjustment in terms of the spike plant. Able to mitigate this utility. We've seen them invest previously, and actually the Viper's Pit will go down, making it wants a stranglehold on a site here, but AvovA slipped the net somehow. Oh, nearly caught off guard there, but MONSTEERR will find the headshot and deal with that threat.
This looks cooked.
Yep. That's it.
Mixwell in this, they need him to be over towards that B site. It's already coming in. The plant's going to go down, and I don't know what can deny this. Yes, there's a couple of the weapons around. Meddo does have the rifle, but again, this was all set up for maybe Mixwell, but it's going to be Meddo to find Zeek, so they're going to remove away that first person. Good readjust from Mixwell.
No way. starxo's got the timing.
starxo's going to obliterate this. This could all be for nothing. starxo is going to be that backline assassin, a saboteur to the plans of this retake. And it's all about buying time. As long as the players on the side buy time. And what does he do with this? He's been given the perfect opportunity to dismantle all of this. Dives in there, takes down the lockdown, takes down the player, and Acend just turn the screws on the heartbreak here. Yeah, Hoody can close in, but by now the round is cooked. That's unbelievable timing. Bear in mind, a second difference. Mixwell may have noted that.
Absolutely. Not even a consolation here for Hoody.
Like, and at this point, he can't hold all of this space. There is a real... Yeah, there's the punish. Zeek overextends on it because they must have identified at some point that AvovA is pretty much on his own, and comfortably so. They are able to take this much space. That's a cheeky. Ooh, the timing. Zeek, get out of it. And Hoody's actually found one, but the trade comes out. Zeke's still good for it. The underhand flash comes in, but we look towards middle, and it's cNed to punish towards Mixwell. It's game back on for Acend here. There's Nukkye now left in the 1v4. And he's able to close the gap so easily. And now they're testing this, right? They've gone, surely they're going to try and add some backup towards the other side of the map. And then they've got the option now to hit that A site with less players present, with just barely weaponry behind them. They've got a little bit of shield to it, but look at the push coming out. Zeek getting over-aggressive, getting into the face of Meddo. Again, the site under their banner already. Now they're trying to deny the plant, buy some time for these rotations, or maybe even catch one of these players. And maybe they've done a bit of chip damage. Sure, they've done a fair bit of damage. Maybe a chance. Maybe. But it's 5 standing, Mike. I just don't see it happening.
Hoody's found another, though. cNed will fall.
He's trying. He's trying as hard as he can. He knows what's on the line here.
Massive advantage in terms of the weaponry here, though. G2 find themselves in a 3v4. They have to break through.
Where's the front line break? Where are they going to try and get through? Hoody's the first one to step forward, but Zeek in the dirty position swings wide. He'll give up his life for it, but it facilitates the trade for vakk, and it's 13-10. Acend, it's recovery. And
actually getting off to a pretty quick start here from G2 straight through. Going to put the wall behind the Viper just to reinforce, try and get this plant down. You see the poison orb goes up, and that's enough of a deterrent to force Mixwell off the plant initially. They'll be able to wait out the snake bite here and get this one down. Mixwell will eat a little bit of the paint shell and actually will fall trying to get it away from the plant. That second piece of utility key here, but G2 get themselves into a post-plant position.
Yeah, but look how just tentative this is. No real safety. As soon as they cross forward, I don't think Hoody even really saw them. Smokes in the way, wall in the way, but the flash is good. Zeek does turn the vast majority of it and gets to move forward. Unbeknownst to G2 how close he may be, but cNed's already fallen. This is still just 2 standing, Zeek and vakk. That's all that's remaining. Zeek still firing on all cylinders, though. And a quick piece comes out from vakk as well, pushing through, taking the fight, but vakk's HP is drastically low. as Meddo will hold it just about in hand for G2.
starxo coming out, definitely the worst of it. Try and play off the paint shell, but invested pretty deep here, and actually the response from G2 will force their way into lamps as well. The Nukkye with a ton of control here, and actually a very deep poison orb as well, Lauren.
Yeah, but there's an army on the other side, and Nukkye has to deal with it. There's so many problems coming his way. They're bounding through, going to take one with him, but Meddo now needs to be on red alert. They're still doing damage, but it's the next layer of this. And actually, the flash is fantastic for the punish towards hoody. The trade comes in again, but this is getting dangerous. MONSTEERR, the timing was perfect. The crunch through by U-Haul, the pinch through the wall. It couldn't have worked out better. And Acend answer right back into this.
And the paint shell going to go across here, and actually,
the commit.
Going to come up. starxo comes over the top and finds the kill regardless.
That's ridiculous. They even get to keep his life. No one able to punish as well. And starxo just continuing the aggression. This man is completely uncaged right now, and he's still finding damage. This is unbearable to watch as he has just turned the screws so nastily. But it is now just hoody in the 1v3. Flash notes the presence. And that spike plant feels impossible.
30 seconds left.
Surrounded on all accounts. Jump spot from vakk. As soon as that wall drops, the ground almost single-handedly doing all that damage. And vakk actually eats the flash, has one put back into place, but it was starxo trying to bail him out, but he actually just copped all the damage. Now vakk has to pick up the pieces, and he does well to find two there. Maybe tempering some of the threat, but you can see instantly G2 want to take that space right back. cNed in a little bit of trouble here. The angles are not favorable, and actually goes down for it. AvovA's going to find the punish, but then bodies are on the site, and it's going to be Nukkye dealt with. Of cNed now being pulled over as well. You can have a little bit more faith in the fact that MONSTEERR can at least hold this down, right? Because as you said, how deep he is sitting is hard to clear. Now the divides come up, and the seekers have come down as well. Speaking of all those ults, they're coming online now, and that's ridiculous from starxo. He gets the freest kill of his life. MONSTEERR's even succeeding towards hoody, trying to make their way through, and it's just looking disastrous. Pop the ult on the other side to at least maybe get a plant, but you can see the wolves are at the door. There's 5 against them here. Not a single player from Acend feeling that pressure just yet, and MONSTEERR's punished AvovA. It's down to 2. Just Meddo and Mixwell. And how do you feel safe in this? Barely any vision, surrounded on basically all fronts. How do you hold this post plant? A lot on Meddo and that utility that remains. Has to try and play his life, and Mixwell, you got to take some with you. Ult now drops. Now you get noted. Now you get the fight. The trade comes in and Mixwell falls. It's all towards Meddo, and there's just too many players. cNed forced away. Okay, that's nice. They've at least cleared the front line this time. Again, a lot of this from G2 looks quite good, and then something just falls to pieces. Right, like I've actually quite liked some of the site takes, as you even highlighted that previous piece we saw come in, but how do you hold this down a post plant with just sheriffs?
Yeah, it's drifting into the sight lines there. And this should be pretty easy now. Look at how much space Acend have got to work with.
Anything to deny this. Anything at all. cNed puts his body on the line. They've doubled up towards the push back through as well. AvovA would need something of a miracle. He gets one part of it. The second, it's actually Meddo to help him out. There's still a shot at this one, and somehow the ult goes nowhere. The defuse, no one. Hey, you'll take him if you get given those moments, but they are few and far between. But now they have to make it count. 30 seconds, and they got to make a go of this. Playing up towards long, Nukkye gets nothing with the ult, at least clears the corner, but that's about it. Double stacked up. Look at this. They take down one. They're even. They didn't check it clearly enough. And zeek. Nice free entry, and now the squad says cNed is on the case, but he needs more, and he does not get more. And I think we're kind of going back to what was somewhat working, and the angle. I thought starxo had it again, but Nukkye, what a shot from him. This thing started, but the brawl begins, and we saw it before, but this time it's zeek on the case, and he's still up above. He's not backing away from this just yet, but it's hoody to find him. That's again with an operator. Okay, a 4v3, cNed, vakk, and MONSTEERR, and they are amongst them. The wolves are not at the door, they're in the house. Hoody's there though, finding 2, and suddenly it's all just vakk alone in a 1v4, and he ain't got it in him now. G2. Now that's when you get the sweat on the brow though, and he's put his life for it. A 1-for-1 trade may not be good enough here at this point, because again, Nukkye plays just ahead of that smoke popping and gets the punish towards MONSTEERR, and the site's all theirs. The spike slowed down on the cross. Maybe someone could catch it, but you can see just the barrage of utility in the way. There's no way that could be caught. So now, spike's down. This post plant's not going to be easy to break back in towards cNed, starxo, and zeek got their work cut out now.
And with a judge in the mix as well. And the flash comes through to try and get starxo back on the face, still finds that kill to AvovA, totally blind from the paranoia, but still got more left to do. And Nukkye, up close and personal, finds the kill. 30 HP left for cNed. Ooh, what? Oh,
Fair enough, cNed.
Only 30 HP.
And it's a 1v1. But this time, he was getting paranoid about the ramps and contested shouts particularly often. Like, again, this is the freest side that G2's going to have in a while. They'll take this with open arms. This is great for them, absolutely. Thank you very much. Get a plant and gets out of danger as well.
Stars are not able to find anything this time around, and will reinforce the lamp's hold this time as well beyond that poison orb. And G2 at a massive advantage in terms of the weaponry here as well. Mixwell makes that show, but actually gets traded out here. The flash is perfect into lamps, but nothing comes of it just yet. vakk, last man standing, will find another. Eventually, yeah, but 2 HP. hoody swings through with a classic. Perfect bait from G2.
If it works, it works. I wouldn't... yeah, 3 remaining. cNed, vakk, and MONSTEERR. All comes in as well, just the icing on the cake. And hoody waits. Who's the first one to step forward? Spots him, deals with him, beheaded. vakk's gone. MONSTEERR's barely alive, literally 1 HP at this point. cNed dives in though, finds hoody. Gets the ult out, and maybe there's still a moment of opportunity. Maybe there's still a chance in this, but it has to happen now. And Mixwell willing to try and put his life on the line to hold this, keep them back by the time. And he finds one of the bodies. MONSTEERR's now gone, and it's just cNed. And time is his biggest problem. And look at this. Look at the state of this. Just painted green, and he's got no time and no chances. And I think he knows it.
Ooh, flash actually the trade-off of flashes there, but vakk a little bit ahead of the smoke. MONSTEERR able to trade things out, but Mixwell actually comes through starxo though. A perfectly placed paint shell. And zeek actually good with the backstab as well, giving Acend actually a man advantage here. Okay, cNed nearly.
What is going on? They're just swinging CT, Mike. Just walking through the smokes.
Yeah, of course.
It got worse, Mike. It got worse. And now AvovA. It's a 1v2. He's going to walk the smoke, surely. It's what you do in this game. Yeah, there he is. Off he goes. And he's actually found starxo.
He nearly got the note, actually, the poison orb landing. And
they're walking close.
Acend already stacked up on this, Lauren, yeah.
AvovA, lucky to keep his life in this. And Nukkye, get out of here. Finding starxo just flying through the air. There's something about Nukkye on this map who gets a little bit more magic allowance, seemingly. As G2 top towards CT, they can't move any further forward, just depending on maybe the paint shots to do a bit of chip damage, but that's about all it's going to be. zeek with the timing, going to keep that just alive for himself, turning in case there's a flash of any variety coming through that, but there isn't. hoody looking like they just want to dry walk this. There's the flash. He eats it this time, and actually, he goes down. G2 now on the attack. Looking to disrupt this, and it looks, again, this paint shot could have been nasty, forced a little further forward, and hoody gets the punish. Isolating vakk, the flash comes in, tries to keep his life, actually gets away with it as well. zeek, furious about it, you can imagine, but gets the heal and gets to fall away.
And the paint shot perfect to just split Acend as well, force one player a little further forward. Mixwell playing a dirty spot underneath hookup. Rarely check spot. No smoke above him just yet though. Acend actually going to swing out on this, and again, 2 complementary angles from Mixwell.
cNed happy to try and lead the way on it. Barrel shows, but it doesn't matter. cNed's still too quick. Tries to keep that plant safe. Anything to stop it. You see the attempt of utility.
That is perfect.
Pulled in. An attempt to get away was punished by Nukkye. And the gravity well coming through, and now all that utility poured in. Seekers on either side. Nukkye in the meantime did find vakk, leaving it just down to cNed and starxo. Some of the heavier hitting players, but you can see this is now going to be bloody by either account. Ult comes through. starxo just wants to send it, gets it, and now they just need that final icing on this. These 2 players are ridiculous at this game. There's a possibility there, but they can make it happen, and they did. And they needed it now. And actually, starxo again punishes Mixwell. Catches him in the heels. He tries to fall away, and this early space gets garnered by Acend. Trade comes out. Nukkye just lobs it right back towards starxo.
Just has to sit and stare at the paint shell as it lands at his feet. Meddo and AvovA will be called upon once again, though. 2-man hold on A site, and they actually pop through it somehow once again. Actually, zeek sticks it all the way through to spawn. Will find one in rotation. Eats the flash, though. hoody finds that, but a 1v3 presented. I think he will just resort back to saving that operator.
Life for now. Does get to fall off of the back of it, and it does seem as though the wall's going to go up. Nukkye, though, tries to go exploring. You can see what's on the other side. He's in danger, and maybe not. Nukkye, how do you do this? He is just built different, still gets to keep his life and takes one away.
He nearly found starxo as well. That's the crazy thing. starxo was down to like 5 HP, Lauren.
I can't believe it. And now 3 of them still stand. And they walk on in. Mixwell was waiting with loving arms. Finally gets the touch on the operator and it looks good still. Sits in that deeper angle, forcing them to feel uncomfortable in the cross. Spots the barrel and delivers the punishment. It's just vakk got a starxo, the last one alive now. Oh, this is the G2 round. The Oaks made to see him.
My world.
Well, spam comes through from Hoody to try and find somebody creeping through, but again, no real safety net here for Acend to find this plant. Who's that? I thought Zeek was actually going to come walking through there. Vakk actually tries to flash through on the other side.
There he is. The timing's good for Zeek, but it's not for the others. The trade came out from Mixwell in the end, and you got to look towards where that spike is yet to be planted, and the time's running low. There's not that much safety to this Viper's pit anymore. starxo doing what he can in the back lines, and actually overextend. It's gorgeous from MONSTEERR. No! Shot! This happens! In between now, unsure of where they want to be. You almost have to gamble it, and it looks like they've kind of missed the roll on this one. vakk gonna overwhelm Hoody, and now it falls down to the players on the site. Can they do anything to keep control of this? Already overwhelmed. Zeek's already on the site itself. Punishes Meddo, drops down, gets the follow-up. That's Zeek unleashed, finding 2, and it's a save. They know that Mixwell's got the operator. They're pretty much laughing at this point. They know that they've got the round in the bag.
And with this composition, you really do look towards the showstopper to be the one to focus on. Now noted, we'll be able to hold on to both weapons here as Acend look to close the net.
Desperate attempt at it. There's the operator gone. Nukkye is gone as well.
cNed finds AvovA drifting through short. Sorry, actually,
look at this. Look at the pace.
Oh, yeah, actually misses it. What is that?
No! Hoody just hit MONSTEERR with that, and then cNed answers back with 3 of his own. This game is like watching a frag movie in live action. This is ridiculous work. And now a 2v2, but look at the purchase. Mixwell's got a shorty and Meddo's got a frenzy. It's far from ideal, but somehow they get to keep their life. Zeek sprays in on one, finds Meddo, and he finds Mixwell. This attempt. Bringing back through, got to clear Mixwell. And he's actually won the fight. He's taken down cNed, and that's massive. But look at the TP taken as well in the meantime as well. They've just flanked each other, and Meddo succeeds against vakk. Hold on, they're winning fights. This is still possible. 15 seconds and a 2v3, but Zeek still stands, and as does MONSTEERR. But this position, he can't make the most of it, and MONSTEERR's timing's off. Zeek punishes AvovA on the way through. It's down to the 2v2. They need the spike planted, though. That's the main goal for MONSTEERR. And he's got it. He's got the time on his side. You're right. Flash comes back up. Nukkye on the flank. He spots one. He gets the spray on MONSTEERR. By the skin of their teeth, it's all on Zeek to try and deny it. Crush, break their hearts, and Nukkye delivers from far. And AvovA posted on this, ready for it, cleared. They want to punish this already, but AvovA still... Oh, there it is, starxo with the spray. Catches him off guard, and cNed now has to somewhat try and work his way up.
Drifting across now is going to make it even more difficult to isolate one.
It's good, though. He's found cNed. There's now more, though, and he gets overwhelmed. There's the trade. And with these numbers advantages sitting in Acend's favor, that's more than enough. The final 2 players, we know where they are. Meddo and Mixwell were a mile away. And you could already see the attention being drawn. starxo considering this.
Yeah. starxo's here to protect the res. They have to come through from hooker here and there.
Oh, the timing. Almost looked away. And gets tagged up, but he's still just trying to play his life. Gets overwhelmed. Mixwell gets unleashed. Can they do any more? The res is something they would desperately want to try and pull off here. MONSTEERR tries to deny any sort of presence, and Mixwell clears close and goes for the res. He's back on his feet, and there's a rifle upgrade as well. AvovA now stands, but there's a time limit. They've got to get going. They have to make this drop. Vakk on watch. He is on guard duty. The tags come through. Zeek still fine.
So much time
MONSTEERR as well. This is going to be the brutal crossfire to break it. He can't do it. Acend close out the game at 13-11.